Despite making a strong showing in the 2023 presidential election, the Labour Party has been perpetually in the throes of internal crisis over the past 1 year. What will it take to steady the ship of the Labour Party? We're continuing that conversation, and this time around, we have joining us Mr. Abayomi Arabambi, one of the officials of the Labour Party, the National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party. Mr. Arabambi, it's good to have you yet again on the program. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning for having me.
I see that you're armed with the Constitution of the Labour Party this morning, and you're set to interpret it, particularly to those who convened the Umuahia meeting. So go ahead. I'm just going to give you the floor to put things straight before we follow up with other concerns.
Well, thank you very much. For the Umuahia meeting, I am a little bit disturbed because in Nigeria, I think the economic situation of Nigeria has made some politicians to reach their menopause in politics. And I think that is just the essence of that convergence. They were trying to see whether they will still be productive. But, alas, what they did, in Umuahia is just not other than judicial rascality and executive rascality, where they try to impugn, on the law and constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, whatever you don't have power to do, don't even dare to go there at all, because our party constitution is very clear about our party organization. And I want them to know, including although the senior advocate of Nigeria there, that shall in the Supreme Court connotation means something that is compulsory. Article 11 of our party organization says there shall be 4 levels of the party organization, namely the ward local government, the state and national. Then Article 14 of our party, power and function of national officers. National chairman shall give leadership to the party and shall preside over all meetings of the National Convention, National Executive Committee, and National Working Committee of the party. Now, in the 11 that I read, we don't have anything like stakeholder as part of our organization structure in the Constitution. And if you've been following, judicial pronouncement, the Supreme Court said parties must obey their constitution first, even before you now go and obey the Constitution of Nigeria. It is certainly clear here that the only person that can call and preside over any meeting of the Labour Party for the National Convention, Executive Council, and National Working Committee of the party is the national chairman, and the Constitution says shall. So there is no ambiguity here. There is nothing, that is convincing anybody here. And the National Secretary in Article 14(4)(b) shall cause notice of meeting of the National Convention, National Executive Council, and National Working Committee in consultation and approval of the national chairman, not with Governor Lesoti and Peter Obi. Now, I need to expose the NSC at this juncture. Governor Mimiko might be watching this program. There was a time he demanded the inclusion of National Assembly member in our NEC in Ondo.
You mean Governor Mimiko?
Yes, then
former
when he was
Governor
the governor.
Mimiko.
Yes, what they told him then, I was there, was that they hijacked the party, and that it is better you will leave it at only governors, deputy, president, and deputy. They were the one. All of them, they were the one there. Aduwai Duba was the president of NSC then. All of them were there. But today, they said they are calling next meeting, and Governor Lesoti is calling on Mr. Peter Obi as what? We don't have governor presidential candidate as member of our NEC convention. Only when you are elected on the platform of the party. So for them to have called senator, House of Rep, they are just wasting their time, because this constitution will be upheld by the law. We will go and test it in the court of law and want to see whether they are now a constitution or they are now law on their own, or we will have to obey this constitution. Then I want Nigerians also to know something. In the case of, because I heard him talking about INEC, you see, INEC, as far as we are concerned, is a creation of the law. Ediose Njoku, the current chairman of INEC failed to monitor his convention. Rather, they supported Sylvester Ezekenwa because of, Governor Biano's support for the man then. But what happened? The man went to court and got a judgment in Supreme Court. But do you know what INEC is doing now in the motion for self-expression order filed by the present governor in favor of Sylvester? INEC was the one in their preliminary objection. They said Section 85 of the Electoral Act. That's why I brought it here. So that nobody will think I'm reading what I do not know. I mean, Section 82 of the Electoral Act. INEC said they agree every registered political party shall give commission at least 21-day notice of any convention, congress, and conferences and meetings. But they did not monitor Ezenjoku own. But the Supreme Court gave their judgment on 5. They said failure of a political party to notify the commission as stated in Section 1 shall render the convention, congresses, and conferences meeting invalid. Once you have informed INEC, it is their business to come or not to come. They only said failure of a political party. Once a political party has passed Section 5 of the, subsection 5 of 82 of the Electoral Act, you are on your own. So they are now telling us, which I don't believe. They said Professor Mahmoud asked them to convey NEC meeting. He won't do that, except it will be a contempt. No. Professor Mahmoud should know it is just the INEC chairman. By the creation of INEC, you have no power under the Constitution to say, oh, Governor Lesotho, only the elected. Where is that stated in the Constitution of Nigeria? Where is that stated in the Electoral Act? Except Professor Mahmoud has now become an arm of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, which we are going to test in court. So we have gone to court now. Right. We are before Justice Egwatu. No problem. INEC should come and now give us the citation in the Constitution where he has the power to determine, what he said they should do, but we are not sure.
So let's take it one step at a time. You said they said INEC is in agreement with them.
Yes, they
Have you spoken to INEC about this?
INEC
it's a straight question.
Us. Yes.
Have you spoken? Have you heard from INEC?
They denied.
Okay.
They denied having it because we demanded for the letter. They denied.
I've looked through your constitution. Yes. I took my time to look through Section 13, Section 14, Section 18, many sections that has to do with all of this controversy. And I can see where the chairman comes in literally in everywhere. In fact, part of the framing of that, especially when it has to do with the removal of the chairman, for a layman is almost defective. If somebody has to be removed and he has to be the one to convene the convention that will be removed, will he even convene that convention? So we'll look at that area at another time. So my question to you will be, is it that efforts have been made to resolve issue with the Abure-led NWC? And it's not compromising, it's not bulging, because I know you were against Abure. I've interviewed you a couple of times, vehemently against Abure, and now you're on Abure's side. Even your position as National Publicity Secretary is contentious. I've gone to your website, Labour Party, the release saying that convention or that stakeholders meeting is illegal and unconstitutional is signed by Obi Orefo, National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, and you are claiming National Publicity Secretary. It looks like the NWC itself doesn't have its acts together. Is that what is going on?
No, that is not what is going on.
Okay, so what are you? What is it for? Let's begin from there.
Now, the point remains, the precipitator of the crisis are those, people that gathered in Abia. I heard them talking also about a NEC.
Those who gathered in Abia are the precipitators of this crisis. That's
yes,
what you're saying.
Yes. Now, when Abure was restrained, they said the constitution is very clear. There is only national convention called by him. That Peter Obi and Governor Lesotho. They were the one that highest advocate of Nigeria for him. They failed at the lower court. But at the Court of Appeal upheld our constitution. We now present to Supreme Court. Let me tell you, we are seeing Supreme Court against Abure. But we will not, thanks to the tune of Governor Lesotho and Mr. Peter Obi, for them to claim that this constitution must be strictly adhered to. Now that Court of Appeal has said, gentlemen, we are upholding this your constitution, please, you can go to the higher court. Probably that can be set aside. That is why Abure, Apapa, we don't have a choice than to obey. But they, ab initio, fail to obey the FCT High Court judgment. But the NLC, I'm not talking about TUC now, Governor Alessoti and Mr. Peter Obi, are you getting me? All of them, they were violently opposed to that. But now that the Court of Appeal, our worry now is this. When you fail to obey a law that was against you, and now you have a law that is in your favor, you say you are still going to disobey it, there is something.
See, help the public out here. What I'm asking is a straight question. It looks like the party is in disarray at every level. I'm asking, you're the publicity secretary.
Yes.
Ifo is the publicity secretary, or claiming to be. He signed on this document. Whether that is a moral ground for which they say you don't even act the act together. Yesterday, I interviewed Callistus Okafor, who is also claiming to be the acting national chairman of the party. That whatever you and Abure are doing, even the one in Umuahia, is null and void because Abure was just acting secretary and he was the national vice chairman of the party South or so. So when the other man died, he was supposed to take over. So there's a gamut of issues going on here.
Now the point.
So help us break it down. Now, do you understand my question?
Like I said, during the pendency of the restraining order, Mr. Peter Obi proceeded with Abure to Asaba. This was when they were making all manner of unconstitutional pronouncements. But immediately after the Court of Appeal vacated that order, there has not been any neck meeting, that is against us. Meaning all of us, that were separated by that issue of restraining order, we came together, and I think up to today, Julius Abure or Farouk has not issued any public statement against my person. Lawfully, we know ourselves, but the people they appointed in Asaba know themselves. But we are on the side of the law. Just like I said, I am not, on the side of Abure, but I am on the side of the law. Because when court said, go and do this, we don't have any choice other than for us to follow it. Now, they are talking about tenure expiration. Abure's tenure had not expired. The 2018 agreement Callisto of Akon is talking about, Abure was not a party to it. He was the national secretary. But what most of them feeding the public with lies is that Abure became national chairman in 2021 in Edo. We had our NEC, and our constitution is exactly clear that NEC has the power to fill in vacancy that ever existed in NWC. There was a vacant position for national chairman. There was a vacant position for national secretary there. I was Ogun State chairman, in my 8-year tenure then. Then that was when we elected Abure in 2021. So Abure tenure ordinarily will expire in February 2025. But do not forget, there was a restraining order for 1 year, which Apapa, elsewhere. We will see minus that, but where Governors Alessoti and Mr. Peter Obi and even the chairman of NCP, who said he was the national chairman, though he never contested election, because I know we are very good. He had never contested election for 13 years. NCP never run election in this country for 13 years. They were just there. But they are now claiming Abure tenure has expired. We are very happy about that because we are going to test it in the court of law,
But Mr. Arabambi, isn't that the confusion that the Umuahia meeting is trying to address? I mean, the last time you were here, you told us that you had reconciled with Mr. Abure, which came as a surprise. But today you're still saying that you are not particularly on the side of Abure, that you're on the side of the law, and that you are in fact still against Abure in the court of law on a particular case. And, prior to the convening of this meeting, one of the issues that the leaders talked about was that all litigations should be withdrawn. So isn't the issues that they're trying to address, don't they trump all of these litigations and the legalese that you're quoting, such that the ship of the Labour Party will steady?
They are not qualified to even be a sailor in our party or in any ship. Because ab initio, they are all contempt now. When I say I'm on the side of the law, Abure tenure was affirmed by the Court of Appeal. But when that tenure was impeached by the court, these same people that gather, they say no, for reason being known to them, and until there will be peace Labour Party, until when two people will come out to Nigeria and tell us, Governor Alessoti and Mr. Peter Obi, they will tell Nigerians why they rejected that FCT High Court order. We know why. But we don't want to discuss that now. They must come out and tell Nigerians and tender apology. We know why they did it. And we know why they are against Julius Abure also now. And why we are now telling them that we will not follow you, because, we are not just moron that you now put a remote control and be moving us around like a robot. Now, do you know why we are Supreme Court? Because we are challenging the decision of the Court of Appeal that set aside that restraining order. So that they now want to ambush that matter in the Supreme Court. They want to ambush it, and we are not going to allow it. This was what they did in case of this, Edison Njoku of ABGA. But we will teach them that we know the rudiment of the Nigerian Constitution and our Constitution. They can never come and take it for granted.
Well,
now,
go ahead.
The woman they even pick, they were the same problem we have with Dr. Doyon before, the EFCC saga. For this to be known to them, that madam was the director of finance of Jonathan administration. Everybody knew what happened. There is no credibility in that woman as far as we are concerned, because when you have such a matter on your neck in the court, they were supposed to have allowed that matter to be, disputed, to be litigated upon until before they will now go and make the appointment. Along the line, Peter Obi appointed also as our finance director during the presidential campaign of 2023. Do you know up to today, the woman they claim as impeccable character, we do not have audited account of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council. I am telling Nigerians, the money Peter Obi posted is a lie. I've been saying it. People donated.
You mean the account presented on the spendings of the Labour Party?
Yeah.
The spendings.
No,
you
frown on it. You frown on it.
The woman they presented was the finance director of finance of Mr. Peter Obi during the 2023 general election. Up to today, can Mr. Obi come out clean? So
so 2 questions. I'll ask you 2 questions in one. Do you have evidence to the contrary as to what they presented?
No, that is not our audited account are posted. All of us know. We are not, baboon.
You are saying you don't agree. They posted what they posted.
No, they didn't post anything. He only said,
they listed,
I gave lawyer.
They listed.
That is not an account. No, if that is audited account, Labour Party should pull out of presidential election.
No, hold on. Just hold on. Yep. They listed, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have a contrary listing?
No. Audited.
Mr. Arabambi, when I ask the direct question, please answer. They did some listing which you don't agree with, not audited. Do you have contrary listing?
No, we are asking for the audited account. You see, let me tell you, when you come to equity, you have to come with a clean hand. And this is why you see some of them accusing us, they are pro Tinubu, they are pro Atiku. No. Whosoever you want to castigate, learn how to at least be better off that person. If you are saying NNPC has been, economical with the truth about, the amount of crude oil they are producing, then we should show Nigerians that we can do better. Are you getting me? So I said, our audited account, do not forget, we have a Emefiele saga in Nigeria then. So every money passes through account. But what we are saying is this, if we want to govern...
This breakdown that you frown on, does it have anything to do with the court order that you say that Mr. Peter Obi and the others have been selective in obeying?
No, I am only telling you, part of the infraction that we claim that we are saint Labour Party, whereas we are not. Because these people now, they are just grabbers. I am telling you, like them now, in our presidential election, I will challenge Obi to point to one bicycle he gave Labour Party. It is not. But today, they thought, we have the power, we have the senator, we have a governor, let us grab. They are only preparing ground for PDP. All of them, even the talented.
So is there this argument, are you suspecting this argument that was put to by Callistus, that this is a precursor to a merger? Is that what you're speculating?
He has even been moving around to March until when the PDP public secretary said they do not give the power to Atiku, that a candidate cannot negotiate merger on behalf of the party. He has also been doing it until when we told him point blank. But what they are now trying to do is that let us converge all our people. Darlington failed in PD primary, he ran to Labour Party. Governor Sanusi did the same. He too ran, he didn't partake in the primary. He ran 3 days to our own primary to meet us in Asaba. All of them, they now felt, let us come together. Let us find a way to decimate Labour Party so that at least we will have a ground to now go and negotiate with PDP, because I am telling Nigeria, Obi is not contesting under Labour Party in 2027.
But Mr. Arabambi, some people would also level similar accusations against you that during the 2023 presidential election, you worked against the Labour Party by aligning with another political party.
No, we did not.
But that apart, it may seem
I voted for Peter Obi. Though it's a wasted vote, I voted for him in president. I didn't vote for Tinubu. I voted for Mr. B. But for the governorship, we don't have a governorship candidate. That I'm going to tell everybody. We don't have, because, you know, for this event no to INEC, they didn't allow us to have.
Well, the presidential elections have still come and gone, and the governorship elections. But Mr. Peter Obi at that meeting said categorically that we're not disqualifying anyone.
So what are they trying to do?
That everyone can still come and contest after this peace meeting.
No,
so doesn't it show that indeed there are some good intentions involved in the meeting, such that there can be peace?
They don't have such power.
In the party.
They don't have such power. So what they are trying to do, I told you, they are just, you know, bunch of democracy assassins. They don't have that power, what they are doing. And I will give you an example.
That is huge, Mr. Arabambi.
You said?
Democratic assassins is a huge
people
word.
that want to kill democracy. When you want to kill democracy, you are a democratic assassin, not human being now. Now, in Zamfara, Governor Yari versus Senator Marafa, they were the kind of game they played until after election that brought in Matawale. Nigeria should not forget, Matawale was not the one that won that election. Until when court now set aside the governor and deputy, all the three senators, their rep and assembly, and gave it to Matawale because they said, Ab initio, all their voters wasted. Their plan now is to push us to go to court so that Labour Party will be desperate, because at the end of the day, everybody that, you know, priced these people, anybody that did any business with them will not get elected to any office. It will be voided in the court of law.
We really do
hope remain the national chairman of the party until otherwise settled by the court, not by Governor Nazarity and Mr. Peter Obi.
All right, we really do hope that, you know, all of this discordant tunes will find a way to become harmonized, and such that there will be peace in the Labour Party. We must thank you very much for your time and your thoughts on the program, Mr. Abayomi Arabambi, one of the national publicity secretaries of the Labour Party. Well, they leave us no choice but to designate you. So thank you so much for your time on the program.
You are welcome.